What's up, Western? It's your boy, Devin, sports reporter for the BPC. This week, I am talking to the boys who skate for the Western Mustangs here at Thompson Arena. They just came back from the States, and I had the privilege of talking to their goaltender, Josh Unice, who is one of the best in the OUA. So check it out here on the Big Purple Couch. I'm joined by Josh Unice, goaltender of Western's ice hockey team. We are at Thompson Arena right now, and you guys have had a good start to the season. You're ranked 6th across the nation, but more recently you just came back from the States. What were you guys doing over there?
We schedule some exhibition games versus U.S. colleges every year, and we've played 4 so far. We've played Michigan State, Dartmouth, Harvard.
Well, regardless, you were in the States playing some American teams. So do they have a bit of a different program there? Is like the style of hockey different in any way?
Well, they're definitely a lot more physical. They really bring the physical edge to the game, and in Canada, we wear visors down there. They wear full face masks, so they pretty much put in every part of their body on.
Which you could say is a fishbowl. Is that a little bit of chirping there with the?
Yeah. It's really funny when they, they want to chirp us and we chirp them, but they're behind bars or a fishbowl.
That's pretty cool. So, in the States, obviously the atmosphere at the rink is going to be a little bit different. How does it compare when you're playing a home game here at Western, or when you're playing in an Ivy League school in Harvard?
Well, just like sports in the States, obviously, is a lot more, publicized and blown up. So just the atmosphere usually playing state schools is a lot more intense. At Western here, we usually have, a pretty decent crowd, but, I feel that if, it was more publicized, we could definitely get a lot more people out here. And, with the environment and the students we have here, it could be something special.
Yeah, so a lot of young hockey players who are around age 15, 16, they have to make a big decision in their life. Am I going to the OHL or am I going to go play in the States? And you're American-born. You're the only American-born player on the team, but you chose to go to the OHL, and you can still play in the CIS. Is that sort of like a best of both worlds type of scenario that you've sort of planned for yourself?
Yeah, I mean, when I was 18, I came to the OHL. I'd actually committed to a U.S. school, and after I was, lucky enough to get drafted, I felt that the OHL was obviously the best of both worlds. It allowed me to come, fast track my development as fast as possible. I got unlucky and got some injuries, but now that I'm here in the CIS, it's still a great developmental league. You get, obviously a great education at Western, and you're still playing a lot of talented people.
That's great, and you mentioned you got drafted, and I think it was by the Chicago Blackhawks. Is that something that is in the back of your mind throughout the course of the season? Are you sort of like hoping to get called up, or is that sort of like totally in the background? You don't worry about that at all?
Well, actually, when I got drafted, they had 2 years to sign me. So now I'm a free agent. Anybody can come, and I'm hoping that just keep up the good year that I'm having and our team's having, and obviously when you're a top team in Canada, you're going to get the looks.
Definitely, especially when, you guys also played a pro team, did you not, down in the States? You played Rochester.
Yeah.
So that's a team in the AHL. What is that like when you're playing against full-grown men who are professionals? Is that sort of offer encouragement, or is it sort of like a reality check, like, oh man, we got some work to do to catch up to these guys?
Well, obviously you're playing against men, and if they're not men, they're obviously some of the top players in the world at their age group, and it was a bit of a reality check. We didn't really expect to get blown out 9-1 like we did, but we definitely played as hard as we could, and they were obviously a very good team, but it does show you that it's still a long road to the NHL.
Definitely, and right now you guys are just focusing on the long road to the national championships. A lot of teams in the CIS, they're just trying to make the playoffs. But you guys, you have a very strong team, and that's a strong reality that you guys can win the national championship. So what is your take us through a day in the life, Josh Unice, and preparing, for that long journey? Well,
obviously everybody here is taking courses. Most guys take between 3 and 4, but some American and the international tuition is a little high. I'm taking a full 5 course load, and usually just class, come to the rink, get ready for practice, and then afterwards usually it's a workout, and then either to the library or, maybe doing some more off-ice training, just, trying to stay fit for the whole season.
Well, that sounds really intense, but clearly you guys know how to handle the time management. So your next game is this Saturday, correct?
Actually, our next game is actually tomorrow versus York, but our next home game is Saturday.
Next home game, Saturday night against Guelph, correct?
Yep.
So make sure, Western, you guys come out and cheer on the Mustangs. Thanks a lot for joining us.
Thank you.